Don't you know I'm the Un to get the job done so you can have fun, so you can grab your Hun and take her to the movies, get chased out by the groovy ghoulies, Franken monster, eatin' lobster, IPAT like the mobster. Yes, we are now confronting Booth, Footh, and Wooth, the terrible trio. And they're going to send me away. Well, as usual, we're going to see the alternative to fighting them, so we'll say no, and it will cost 100 points. Sure, we'll give that a try. Let's see how Jack and Gary talk their way out of this one. Porky Rose, eh? Alright then. Let me just ask a question here. Jack, why do you have that? Can we talk to these guys? No, they become inanimate. Okay, well, we've seen the alternative to combat. Now, hold on to your butts, citizens, because I'm going to rewind time and then make something magical happen. Alright, here we go. I pick up Drizzt. And we get our usual barrage of threats. I do want to fight the terrible trio. And we'll have to take them all down without a health recovery. But that's okay, because once again, something magical is going to happen. Yes, I want to use another captured monster. I want to use the BIOS. Yes. Yes, I am a cyborg bear wearing a full-size lizard man as a hat, and I will not be stopped. I really don't know what to say to this, folks. This is the kind of thing that makes me love video games. The BIOS Super is just a really big slash that comes out at a decent rate and does a good amount of damage. Actually quite handy in the early game. I gotta say, the BIOS has incredible balance. Like, Drizzt hasn't even so much as vibrated, even with all the slashing and running around I'm doing. As for fighting the color-coded pig security staff, I've got Drizzt on the top of my head. This is basically the stupidest combat in history. And Footh is going to be our guide to the fight. You know what? We just gotta stick with the BIOS. That's... You know, the Drizzt-headed bear is really the only way to go here. I don't think it's possible to capture any of these guys. It might be possible to capture the last one, but I don't think it is. I should really know the game a little better than I do for having played through it so many times. I was really addicted to this, you know, back when the Saturn was my main platform of choice. A brief period, but an enjoyable one. But hey, you know, it wouldn't be I Played a thing if I didn't get horribly confused and turned around in my head at least every once in a while. Are we done yet? Curse slash. Very nice. And last but not least, the boy in blue, Wooth. He's an enthusiastic fella, which means he too gets to face the Drizzt-headed bear. Damn it. The major downside to the BIOS is that his attacks are quite slow. They pack a decent punch, but they take a while to come out, which makes his guard crush a little harder to take advantage of than Garion's. On the bright side, his super comes out very quickly. So when you have your meter build up, it's not at all difficult to get that one big hit in. Like so. And yeah, no capturing Wooth. But that's alright. The reptocranial assassin has struck again. And here we are with wrists still, well, held in our arms now rather than on the top of our noggin, which I suppose is a little more reasonable. And here we have some dart traps, but the timing is not especially difficult, and they don't even actually do very much damage, so even if you get hit, it's not any tremendous penalty. La da 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 da. Oops. Now here is a jumping puzzle that can actually be a little tricky because the perspective kind of makes you want to go the wrong way. But I actually did it right the first time for a change. That's actually somewhat unusual. Hi, John. Nice to meet you. Shooting some b-ball outside of the school. A couple of guys who were up to no good started throwing around skulls in my neighborhood. Or skeleton heads, as this game insists on calling them. Oh, that was stuck on the hoop there, so clearly I was a little too close. There we go. Oh, hey, it's the other half of the Matt Dunbar, duality. That's not a good word, but it's the only one I could think of. Anyway, let's do a save state, because I think I have an opportunity to avoid combat with this guy. Hey, 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 hey! It's Fat Albert. No, I do not want to fight Matt. Man, Jack has an encyclopedic knowledge of the inmates here. Talented musician. Okay. Apparently Garion also has a pretty good knowledge of the inmates here. Well, I'll chase those regrets away right now. Which slot did I use? Yeah, that's the right one. Yes, I want to fight Matt. This time, we will take on Matt as his drizzit-headed evil twin. But since Dunbar's a bit shorter, we end up with Drizzit kind of levitating, which is just weird. I'm having a lot of trouble controlling Dunbar here. Dunbar, how much do you suck? Something seems to be wrong with my controls. There we go. Wait, no, I'm still not able to move quite properly. Oh, Dunbar really does suck. He doesn't even control properly. I'm going to get killed. I don't want. Okay, I just realized what the problem was. I've been trying to control Matt. I'm used to being on the lower side of the screen. I've been trying to play the wrong guy. And I still won. Liebot, what is the saddest thing? Yeah, I'm definitely not covering myself in glory today. But that's okay. We've gotten to perpetrate the Drizzit-headed murders. And really, what in this life is finer? Yeah, that was a little embarrassing, but hey, more comedy for the mill, right? Anyway, we have now put an end to the other half of the palette swap Matt Dunbar brothers, and that seems like as good a note as any to go out on. Until next time, I'm Un. Always a pleasure. See you soon.